are the only team in the Afcon to have scored more than one goal. The Nigerian Super Eagles will feel that they should have scored more than one goal, and rightly so. The best game of the African Cup of Nations so far, Nigeria versus Egypt, produced an entertaining encounter in which the Nigerians came out on top. I was predicting this Afcon to be won by the Egyptians. It's still just one game, but the Nigerian Super Eagles triumphant, deservedly so. And I think this is why they changed their coach from Kenneth Raw. They have not played like this in a very long while. Guavon answering all the questions and provided what the fans want to see. High intensity game, producing a lot of chances. Egypt hardly had a shot on target, if any, and they were thoroughly dominated. But before then, we had the first upset of the competition, which was a 0-0 draw between Minos Sierra Leone and Algeria, the reigning champions. Locally based players dominated this Sierra Leone side, and we saw the effect that local players can have if they are given the confidence by the manager. Today I'm going to give you a summary of the two games that happened earlier today: Nigeria versus Egypt, and also Algeria versus Sierra Leone. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. But before then, let me give you an update on the Kudus Mohammed situation. As per Sadiq Adams, the green light has been given by Ajax medical team, and the club may release Kudus Mohammed to Ghana on Wednesday. And now the Ghana FA have already prepared for his flight to Cameroon. Ghana's next game is on Friday, so we have a boost there. Kudus Mohammed could make it in time before Ghana's game on Friday versus Gabon. A much needed great news for Kudus Mohammed joining the Ghana Black Stars team. We hope that his addition will give us some impetus to do better in our game versus Gabon. Much needed improvement. On to today's game, in Algeria were stand by Sierra Leone. Yes, the first stand of the competition, the African Cup of Nations. No team has yet scored more than one goal except for the host Cameroon. And it has not been a pretty interesting competition in terms of the football. Not much flair football, no minnows in this competition, as you have to know, and no team will be walked over. It is all a tight competition. And Algeria, the latest of champions, to fail at the first hurdle in terms of results. They would have wanted to win this game and get up to the best possible start, but that draw has dropped them points in FIFA ranking positions. Algeria, with all their success on the African continent and in the Arab Cup as well, you would have thought that would have been highly ranked, but results like this is what drops them points, and now they have dropped to 4th on the African continent. For the Sierra Leone side, goalkeeper Kamara, the highlight of the team, though with Steve Colker, who has gotten 12 caps for England and converted to play for the Sierra Leone side. He is also one of the players. I think the two of them should share the man of the match award. It was a tightly contested game and they were stoic at the back. They even scored a goal, but unfortunately, and rightly so, it was ruled out as offside. They went boot for boot with the champions Algeria, and I think we can learn a thing or two from the Sierra Leone side because they fielded a lot of locally based players. And with locally based players, the thing is they are hungry. They want to prove themselves, and they have much more passion than probably some of the foreign-based players do. And not to suggest that Coach Milovan does the same thing, but they are locally based players. They were locally based players in the squad on the bench versus Morocco, who have been doing well for their clubs and would have been privileged to play for the Ghana Black Stars. They would have been much more hungrier, would have shown much more impetus. This is a risk, but it's worth taking, and it's shown here with Sierra Leone's success versus Algeria. The goalkeeper was immense, made 7 stops versus this very talented Algerian side, and it looks like it worked for them. They have gotten their very first draw. He got the man of the match performance award, and for that the team will be rewarded handsomely. Following that, we'll all get $1,500 each. The winning bonuses is $4,500. And after the draw versus Algeria here are going to be handsomely rewarded, and rightly so. Steve Coker, another mention there for him. Great at the back, stopping balls on the line. Immense for this Sierra Leone side. And they will hope to build on this and possibly qualify from the group. Remember, the third best placed teams, four of the third best placed teams will go through into the round of 16 and further into the competition if they do well. So it's still open for them to be able to make it, but it was a stunner for the Algerians with Riyad Mahrez and co being stand by this side. They held them and they were stoic and they deserved it. To the Nigerian Super Eagles, and another fine display there from the Nigerian Super Eagles. I think this is the football that the Nigerian FA, led by Pinnock, wanted to see after they sacked their coach quite belatedly in Genetro. Despite getting all the results, the Nigerian Super Eagles felt that Genetro was not getting them to play the way the talents that they had matched. And this time they did it with Mohamed Salah, Mohamed El Nene, Trezeguet and co. Much of the game they were silenced by the Nigerian Super Eagles, and Nigeria should and could have scored more goals, and I think they did not capitalize on their chances. In the end, it was a goal by Kelechi Iheanacho, senior man Kelechi Iheanacho, finding the back of the net for the Nigerian Super Eagles and getting them all 3 points in this game as the opener for the campaign of the African Cup of Nations 2021. Mohamed Salah went anonymous for his country, Egypt, and he would not want to remember this encounter very much. They were stifled by great tactics from Eguavoen, who looked to be the man who will do well with Nigeria in this competition. Eguavoen and the Nigerian Super Eagles have gotten off to the best possible start, and they will look to build on that and possibly go all the way in the competitions. It's still first days yet and it's still dicey. The African Cup of Nations is anyone's tournament. As I've said about locally based players, if you give them the chance, they will prove you right and they will fight to the end. 2012 showed us with Zambia, 2013 with Nigeria, with Imba and co. They proved us that locally based players really can do the trick in the national team. Nigeria will go on and confident that they can top this group with Sudan and Guinea-Bissau in this group as well. They will be playing later on tonight. But a great start for the Nigerian Super Eagles. Chikwueze were all in there. Moses Simon. Later on, Alex Iwobi came on. But it was a great team performance by the Nigerian Super Eagles. Beating Egypt 1-0 could have been more than one goal, should have been more than one goal, but they will have to settle for just this one goal here. So that has been it for today. Looking at the games that have taken place today at the African Cup of Nations match day 4, still no team has scored more than one goal except for the hosts. Quite dicey games there. Let me know your thoughts on the game. The Nigeria Super Eagles, amazing game, best game so far of the tournament. They will hope that they can continue with such intensity. Favorites now after just a few match days. Your thoughts on all the games? Algeria's upset versus Sierra Leone and the Nigerian Super Eagles win over Egypt. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.